Hello, everyone. My name is Lee H. Tillman.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We are,
and if you are watching, I'm having a great hair day.
It's
Thank
looking,
you so much
it's
for
looking
noticing.
amazing. It's looking amazing. We are a married couple. We are comedians, and we have a podcast.
And nothing else.
And nothing else. We haven't podcasted in a long time. The last time we did it was right before your dad got here.
Which is how long?
That's about almost a month.
Yeah.
Since the last time we recorded.
Went by quickly too. It's summer and my dad came to visit. And then for that entire week, I was babysitting him. And I blacked out. When he left, I was like, wait, what was I doing with my life before he came down here?
But you got to see your dad.
Oh, yeah.
And his wife. And you got to be with your mom.
Yeah.
And your dad, together in the same room. They're still doing good.
The whole family.
They're still all right.
They've always done all right.
They're fine.
I was telling you the other day that I just realized that our daughter doesn't have any examples of couples that have stayed together their entire life, except for your parents.
Yeah.
And we don't see your parents very much.
Yeah. Well, whose fault is that?
It's my fault. 100%.
Yeah. So how was it seeing your family? Any stories? Interesting things? He saw you do comedy a couple times.
Yeah.
He saw you do comedy in the park, which is like
comedy at the park.
Thousands of people there. So that was cool. And then he saw you get to the next round of PFP.
Yeah. I invited him to the first round of PFP and then he said no. And then I was like, oh, I'm sorry. You're coming.
Oh, he didn't want to come at first?
At first he was like, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, well, you're coming. I'm sorry to say. I knew that he would really enjoy it, but it's just like, he's an older man, obviously, if he's my dad. He already traveled and that was at night and we already had a day of doing things. And he usually doesn't leave the house much. And then all of this.
Sounds like my parents.
Yeah. I mean, I think the older you get, the more you're get comfortable.
Yeah, I don't want to leave. I mean, I don't want to leave now at my age.
Yeah. But I was like, no, I feel like I want you there and you're going to regret it if you don't go. Or you're going to love it. And of course, he
yeah, it was great.
When I say that I was babysitting him, I order him dinner against I ordered it from a waitress that went by. I was like, can you get that man a sandwich? Can you imagine? She was like, this is the weirdest
weirdest pickup.
Hey, are you a chicken sandwich? Because I got you one.
That's funny because
he had dinner and he had a good time. He sat with you the whole time.
Yeah, we sat together, and he didn't know. He thought that I ordered it. So when he came, he was just, oh, this for you? No, that's yours. Go ahead, it's yours. And he ate it. Yeah, no problem. I don't
know if you noticed about my dad, but he likes food. Just like my daughter, I think she gets it from him. They're both like,
not for me. It skipped a generation, not you.
Food.
Not you.
I like food now that I'm grown up, but it took me my whole entire life. It took pregnancy and breastfeeding for me to actually eat a normal amount of food that people need. There are enough calories to survive. Before that, I was really skinny, and I told you iceberg lettuce and what are that's cans of raviolis, the
Chef
Boyardee. I used to love that when I was a kid. That was three things that I would eat, and none of them were sufficiently healthy for survival. So I was always anemic or just
And you still don't like eating things that you have to chew. You like soups?
Yeah.
You like Jell-O?
I like mixed smoothies.
You like smoothies? You just.
Who's getting a call?
It's not me.
Oh, it's my grandma. You want to talk to her?
No, thanks.
Hola, hola.
Bueno.
Hola.
No se escucha.
¿No me escuchas?
¿Por qué no?
Te tengo en speaker.
Ay, a mi reina ya llega.
¿Sí me escuchas? Tú me hablaste. Es Andrea. She does this all the time. What is it? How old is she? 89-year-old grandma will sometimes call me and then be like, I'm busy. And I'm like, you call me. And then sometimes she just hangs up on me. I usually answer just to be like, I don't know. Sometimes she's like aware and she knows who I am and we talk. And other times I don't know what's happening and she hangs up.
Well, that was one of those times. We got a
when my grandma was younger and payphones existed, she would call her sister on a payphone and then be like, well, you caught me at a bad time. I'm like doing laundry or something. And then be like, you called me from a payphone.
You paid money.
You're doing a terrible job lying right now.
He enjoyed being at PFP because they said his name.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the show.
Adam Posse yelled at my dad. He was like, you. And my dad was like, the fuck? I don't even know what's happening.
He's very excited.
Yeah,
so,
he liked it,
cool.
though. He liked being, he was like, I was trying to be in anonymity. And people found me. And I was like, you loved it. I loved every minute of it. My dad is a person who should have been a comic. I feel like if that was a thing and he had known what to do and how to go about it in Mexico, he would have been a good comic. Like, he's a person that every opportunity that he's had in life, it's because people like him. Like, he's just charming and it works. And then eventually they're like, no, but what do you do though? What is your job?
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know. I feel like I'm a lot like him and my sister's a lot like my mom. So we divide that way. That's why it's hard to have him over. It is not
because you're too much
fun to hang out with yourself. Not much.
You saw James Vasquez at the Park show, and he really liked that. He really enjoyed. And then when we were at PFP at Helium, he saw James there, but like he didn't recognize him. I guess he was far away, so I guess he didn't know what James looked like. So I said, yeah, that's the guy that you said that you like. That's him. He's like, really? That's him? He seemed different. I was like, no, that's him.
He looks shorter in person. That's what people always say to famous people. They're like, he seems shorter.
He thought James was a big deal. So like the idea, he was like, do you know him? Like, yeah, I know
we know each other.
Yeah, I can.
It's more how
I can introduce you to like. Yeah. He was like, no, don't worry about it. Yeah. So then I just got up and walked up and went over to talk to James for a bit. And I was like, yeah, that's Andrea's dad over there.
My dad was in the corner like, he's coming over here.
Yeah. So I introduced your dad to James Vasquez.
Shout out to James Vasquez and all of your Texas jokes. My dad loves them.
Yeah, he loved the Texas jokes.
We lived on the border with Texas for a long time. We're like so close to Texas that it kind of felt like we lived there also. So like a lot of that is relatable to my dad in that way. It was like literally like I took ballet lessons in Mexico and my recitals were in the United States. Or like I had ice skating lessons in the United States, or like our I don't know, like different things were like here and there. Like our weekends we would spend you and I were like talking about the Golden Corral because we both were in Texas at that time, just like different parts. We would drive 30 minutes, which is not crazy. Like if you live out here in a suburb to go to Portland, it's like 30 minutes. Cross the border, spend a day shopping or like going to the restaurants and go home. Yeah. And that's what people don't tell you about immigrants. We spend a lot of money in this country.
I mean, certain people won't tell you that.
Yeah.
I think I
don't even know how it worked. Know. Like borders are such like everything is like one big city that my mom had credit cards at JCPenney and Dillard's. And she didn't live in this country. I don't know how they approve that. Her salary was like good, but in Mexico. So I don't know. It was like living there in a way. So yeah, all of James's jokes landed with him.
On the other hand, the baby, when she saw you do stand up, we asked like how we asked her like how she feels about it. She's like, I don't understand what she's saying, even though she does speak English. And your
she's
dad
like, I feel weird.
Does it?
I think she said stuff like that in the past. Yeah. She came with me to a show that was in a bookstore because it just she kind of had to because of our schedule. I don't remember when we were going.
Yeah, I think we both had shows
there or after.
I was like out of town or something.
Oh, I did 2 shows where I dragged her with me, and we've talked about this already. But she came to the book show. And then she came to a Not That Late show, which usually I talk about politics. So that's a little bit easier to do around her. Because, for sure I won't talk about myself or like divulge too much information.
I thought you meant because she knows so much about politics.
Oh, well, Isabel really loves geopolitics.
Yeah,
She's been getting into that. You know how 9-year-olds are.
Yeah. Classic.
They're all about that.
Classic 9-year-olds.
Always out there protesting. So she's gotten to see me, but I am like wary of bringing her places because I feel like, I don't know, like I want her to see, and like she does like that I won like Portland's funniest person. But also like, yeah, that's your mom. Like it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird. How did you feel when, like, because your mom's a writer, she's like published books and stuff.
Yeah.
So did it make you feel any certain way about, like, how old were you?
I was older. That's what I was going to say. I think I was like in high school, and my mom was going to primary schools and bookstores doing like a tour and signing books for younger children than I. Like I could read them obviously, but it was like not for me at that point. But it was inspired, like all of her writing starting because she would tell me, she would like make up stories for me before bedtime. And so some of them became the book, a couple of books. And then she wrote a book about mythology, but like made up mythology. So like part of it is real and part of it is Bible and part of it is made up. Like, and that was like, I had already left the house and came back just for that. So it was very different. And she wasn't talking about herself ever. So
yeah. Isn't that how, who wrote the children's story that like it was something that they would tell their kids and then they just wrote it? Was it Peter Pan? I think Peter Pan and maybe Winnie the Pooh. They were both written that way. It was just like they told their kids these stories and then they just decided to like actually write the book. And I think that's how Peter Pan is.
And there's also the movie Bedtime Stories.
There you go. And me and Dad got to talk.
Yeah.
Got to talk
you
for
guys,
a bit.
That was the only time that you got.
Yeah.
Because you don't speak Spanish and my dad's wife doesn't speak English. So the five of us are having dinner and we're just kind of like cobbling together a conversation. And then the baby doesn't want to say anything because she's just like, ugh, adults, lame. Adult told her lame in any language. Yeah. She's like, not cool.
Listening to your parents talk is always boring, no matter what age you are. If you have to sit there with your parents and like hear an older generation talk, it's always like, all right. No matter what age you are, it never changes.
You're just like, yeah. Anyway, so you guys got an hour to sit together, and my dad speaks pretty good English. I think I don't actually know because why would I speak English to him? Yeah, but he lived at the border for many years.
English it's good.
He likes shows and sports.
Like we can have like a generic conversation. We can like get like too deep into things, but you and I are like, do you ever think about dying? What did you guys talk about? Why do you want to kill me? What is that?
Is that a threat?
Why are you trying to? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, we talked about you. Yeah, of course. And
many people do
how great I am. Yeah, because you were a lot of work. Yeah, and yeah, I'm doing the Lord's work by making sure that you're okay and awake and fed and happy. So there's that.
My face starts to get more and more recoiled. You told me that he said that I have a big personality.
He said you had a big personality, which I'm not sure. Like,
what does that mean?
If he could have said it in Spanish, it probably it was something lost in translation. But what he was saying was that like you can be difficult, and you have big feelings, and I'm glad that he was saying to me, I'm glad that you're here. Then you can deal with that.
Yeah, just kind of reel it in.
You can deal with that.
Deal with it.
No, he says that when now that he's come and he visits you, you smile more and you're happier. More so than before when he came. I guess you were all mean. Yeah. And angry.
I was like, Merry Christmas.
Tightly wound. But look at you now.
Look at me now. I feel like who else said that? Something about like we just seem happier.
I don't know.
Sounds familiar. I feel like you and I
probably everyone.
You and I, which our picture for our podcast is like pictures of us as kids. I feel like you and I were opposite children. And I've told you this before. Like I'm like an orchid, and you're the cycrack flower. There's just like this is fine. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like hot and dirty. And like people are walking around you. Like, how are you doing this? And you're like,
Right.
sometimes it rains.
I've been through worse.
Could be worse. Yeah, that's you. And I was like, I was a handful.
Yeah. And you still are.
Anyway. No.
You went for a walk and fell.
It's very rude of you to point out because I think I was wearing this outfit, wasn't it?
I don't remember what you were wearing, but there was a Be Happening 5-year anniversary, so it was kind of like a big show. So had to like be there for that, and I was there for like you were probably there for like an hour or so, and then you just decided you're gonna go take a walk.
Well, it was taking a long time to get started.
Yeah. It hadn't started yet.
You have to get there early to.
Yeah, I had to get there early to like set up everything, and it hadn't really started yet. So you said you were going to take a walk.
Yeah.
And you came back with a bruised knee.
Not bruised, slashed.
Scraped knee.
There was blood and stuff.
You went out without me.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't handle it. You just fell.
Completely out of balance. I was just like, oh my God, how do people do this? I reached out for your arm and you weren't there. I was wearing high heels and there was an evil crack on the sidewalk just waiting to kill me.
It's Crack's fault.
But then I was like, ugh, I just brushed off and I was like, I'm fine. And I kept walking. And then later I was like, oh my God, I'm like, there's like blood running down my leg, really dramatic. Like, so I had to go to a local furniture store and ask if they had a first aid kit.
Yeah, did you make yourself a splint? You had to like break off a piece of wood and put it on
an old couch
and wrap it around.
And they were like, you have to buy that, you know? They gave me a Band-Aid and I stopped bleeding. And then I went to Next Adventure, which, by the way, Next Adventure
still open,
not closing.
Yeah, they were closing for a year.
I feel like I called that. Didn't I tell you when they first said they were going to close? The Portland local stores do that. They're like, we're closing unless you come.
Yeah, but that's a really long time.
If you come, we may change our minds.
Straight up, at least a year of them saying we're going out of business and then clearance sale.
Nothing was ever really that cheap either.
Yeah.
They were like, just buy the stuff that you have so you can buy more stuff.
Yeah, I think they were just overstuffed. They were trying to clear out the warehouse.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because they already...
It's the same owners. It's not like someone else bought them.
No, it's the same owners. But they just... People. I was just going to say, like, that store has 3 levels. And all 3 levels are jam-packed full of stuff. And then they also have another one with, like, when they do, like, the paddle boards and the re-rack and stuff.
Yep.
And then I don't know, do they have another warehouse? Like, they're just like, how much stuff is there?
We could talk about your camping trip.
We haven't. Well, I do have shows that I want to talk about.
Okay.
I did the park show, which was really good. Like, I feel like the park show has been good for me the past 3 times. And I really enjoyed it this time. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I hit the marks that I wanted to hit. And I wish I had a video of that because I actually really liked it. I made the crowd do the wave because sometimes when I was recording
all the way up
right
until that. And then as soon as I turned it off, you did the wave.
I ran my set with you before I went on stage. Normally when I do a set at a club, I will often open with I'm from Mexico. And then depending on people's reaction, if I get nothing, I'll make fun of them and be like, oh my God, you don't have to do a standing ovation. That's crazy. And at the park, I was like, this is a perfect place to actually do a wave. So I instructed people how to do a wave and that was really fun. And I can't believe the baby wasn't impressed by that. I was like, come on, I did the wave. She was like, it's fine. But I think that's just how it goes. Anything I do is going to be like meh for the rest of this century.
Yep.
And then that was during the week that my dad was here. So my dad was only here for a week. I originally told him, don't come during this difficult political time from Mexico, or do come, but stay longer because it just feels like a lot of work to come here just for a week. But he chose to just do a week. And during that week, I had already planned on doing 2 shows while he was here. The park show, which is a family friendly, so we're all going, and the PFP show, which I figured his wife could babysit, and then the 3 of us would go. So that worked out fine. But what I didn't consider is that Helium asked me to host for Renee when he was in town. You don't remember that?
Yeah, but I don't remember. I thought you were asking me for the person's name. I don't remember the name.
Vega. So I added 2 more shows to that week, and of course I couldn't say no. So that was just like a really exhausting week. And every time I host for somebody from out of town, it's just like changing a little bit of what I do to like fit the vibe of the person that's coming. But I don't know. You were there. How do you think those shows went?
I mean, I performed on one of them.
Yeah, I got you a spot. I got you a 5-minute spot.
I mean, his crowd enjoyed it.
Yeah.
His crowd enjoyed what he did.
Yeah.
And he's
No, I mean, how do you think my sets went?
Oh, your sets? I think they were fine. Like, I think there was I think maybe the first night it was one of those things where they just came to see him and they don't care.
That's how I felt. Also, the first night was a really late night.
Yeah, wasn't it? It started at midnight.
It started at midnight.
It was supposed to start at 11.
It was scheduled for 11:30.
Yeah.
Or 11 or 11:30.
It was supposed to start at 11, which is crazy anyway.
It was a whole hour
then
late.
It didn't start until midnight.
Yeah.
And then
there's
still
and then I come out and they're like, we're like ready for him.
Yeah, so he doesn't come out until like 12:30 or something, maybe,
Yeah, he had his own feature. And then he led, what's his name that did a show earlier that day?
I'm blanking on his name.
But he let somebody else do a head spot. A head spot. A guest spot. Headlining spot and guest spot. I messed it up. And then I was hosting. So yeah, the crowd was just kind of like, yeah, that's cool. But we came here to see Renee. So can we see him already?
Yeah. So I think the first show was kind of like, yeah, let's get to what we came to see.
So that was tough for me. And I think I did less time than what I was asked to do. Not by a lot, but because I just wanted to like keep the vibe going. Better to just like get it started, especially when it's an hour late. But yeah, they were like not great fans.
But then the second night, like I did a set on the second night and I think my set went okay. I think my set went fine.
I had, I feel like the people that went to see him were mostly guys, but they brought their wives and girlfriends, and the wives and girlfriends like my set, like even like, I think a couple of them took pictures with me to where I was like, okay, this makes me feel like I know my crowd. It's just not exactly his crowd, but it's nice to see like in a situation like that there's like a percentage of the crowd that was there for me.
You can get the wives and girlfriends.
Yeah, I get the wives and girlfriends, which there were a lot. Like most people had dates.
Yeah.
It was like a half and half.
One guy, I guess he was on a Tinder, like it was a date, like a first date. He was on a first date, and then the girl walked out. Yeah, because she didn't like his jokes or whatever. Yeah. So she like walked out, and they were like, "Go after her." And then he went after her, and she was like, "Oh, she left. She blocked." He said that she blocked him, which is like really quick.
Right away.
Yeah. You mean to tell me she went right outside and straight blood? That seems a little, but maybe he just
no. She was like really not happy.
Yeah, she left.
She flipped off the performer, like she flipped off Renee, and then it was really funny because she ran off angry in one direction. She was like, "The door is that way." Actually, just gonna go that way. Still mad, but I'm going in the other direction.
Yeah, that's
I mean, funny. I don't know that a comedy show is the best place for a first date.
Yeah, I mean, because comedy is very specific. I guess you'll find out the person that you're with.
Yeah, but like you could have just sent her a reel of this guy for free. Be like, do you like this comic?
But I think
we buy even the same stuff?
But comedy is so specific that if it is a first date, you will know the person that you're dating. Like if that person,
if they're like laughing at the same stuff that you are.
Yeah, if they're laughing at the same stuff, then yeah. But also if it's like they're laughing at punching women in the face jokes.
You're just like, guess I should quietly go.
You should.
But also like it's, I don't know, a first date should be when you get to talk to the person.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
like in any. If you like the comic or not,
it is
not
weird
a great first date situation.
But I have had people say that they were like, I was talking with a friend before like one of my shows, and they were saying, "Yeah, I brought my date." I'm like, "All right, well, I hope it goes well."
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Sorry to this man. I'm going to say that every time.
Yeah. Hopefully, you had a conversation with this person before you brought them.
They know what you're going to see.
This isn't like a first,
Yeah.
First time you've ever had a
when we
conversation.
do showcases, like especially like Helium local comic showcases, it's where people are like, I don't know what I'm here for. And there's like one of each type of comic. So like you're bound to like something.
Yeah.
But when you go to see a specific headliner, like most people know what they're going for. Unless it's like this lady who just got dragged into a show that she did not enjoy.
Yeah, if it's a first date, it's probably not a good idea. But like there's certainly like people that bring their girlfriends to shows. They're like, your girlfriend isn't going to enjoy this, but like, they're like, oh yeah, come on, babe, it's awesome.
But at least they know each other.
Yeah, they already.
She's not going to block him. Also, like it wasn't fast because by the time Renee had a stranger from the crowd come on stage and give advice to this man. We all voted and we decided that he should go. By the time we did all that, like it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah, I guess so.
And she's gone. She's long gone. Like you're not going to go find her outside. You think she's outside? Like you better come find me. You're like, actually, I just realized you're my ride. So I'm out here quietly waiting.
She couldn't possibly get an Uber.
No, not doable. So that's pretty much all for shows we've had so far. What other shows have I had? I feel like I'm missing one. Well, I did Brown Sugar, where improvisers were the main event, but I opened with just like regular comedy. And I fumbled that one. I was not prepared. Yeah. That was like right the day after my dad left, and my brain just left my body, and my soul was just like exhausted.
But they were there for like you. It's one of those crowds where you can kind of do almost anything, and they're happy. They
were happy, but I wasn't happy with my set. I felt like I could have done a lot better. Like I could have killed in that room, but it was not the day for me. I was very tired. And I think the day after that, I was just like in bed. I was like out after a very long visit. Yeah,
I did in that span of time. I did like the day before I did Chill and Fill. And then the day afterwards, I did 2 shows.
I haven't done Chill and Fill in forever. I should ask to do it.
Yeah, I did 3 Mugs, which is in Hillsboro. And I did Couch Change. So I had to go out to Hillsboro and then come back to Portland. Couch Change, which is in Funhouse. And like by the time and they were all just like pretty mediocre show. Like it's been a long time since I've had like a really like good show. It's like most of the shows, it wasn't like they weren't my crowd. It was just like it's 7 people in the crowd.
Yeah, it's hard
like,
when there's none.
And it's like, yeah, this is fine. Like for 7 people, this is going well, but like this isn't fun.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like getting through it.
You're just working.
Yeah. And it's just like, and I did like 3 shows like that in a row. And it's just kind of like, and by
what
the time.
What was I doing the day that you did Couch Change? Because I showed up.
You were doing it. I don't remember.
I showed up in the middle of Couch Change and I went on stage.
Yeah.
To give you the light.
Yeah.
I was just being silly.
I forgot what you were doing. Were you at Helium? I forgot where you were. But by the time I got to Couch Change.
Alzen. I did Alzen.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did an Alzen weekend.
Yeah, you did.
You came with me the day before, and then the following day, you couldn't go because you were doing Couch Change.
By the time I got to Couch Change, I was like, I'm out of it. Like I felt kind of bad because it was a paid show. But
which you stated publicly.
I stated on stage.
Well, you didn't state it. You asked. You asked the crowd how much they paid.
Did you guys pay to be there? Oh man, I should have prepared
more. Oh shit! And they thought you were kidding, and you were like, "No, I'm just finding this out right now."
Like, I mean, and they were fine. Like, I think they enjoyed themselves. Like, it wasn't like I bombed or anything. It was a good. It was a good show, but I definitely could have done better.
Yeah.
Like by the time the show was over, I'm like, I'm kind of over this.
Mean,
I just want.
I don't know how much better you could have done with that crowd, but yeah.
But yeah, it was fine.
That's the thing with late shows.
And then you came on stage and gave me the light.
Yeah.
Because you're the light of my life.
I felt like you needed some company up there. You look lonely.
I thought we were going to do I thought you were coming up there to do a little bit with me or something.
I wasn't sure how much to do it because I gave you no heads up. I just showed up.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna come up and like do a little bit, a little riff with me for a bit, and then you did.
I would have, but last time we tried to do that, you were like, I wasn't emotionally prepared for that, so I was like, I didn't want to push it.
Yeah, and it was on that stage too.
Yeah, it was on that stage. I showed up. I looked at the time and I was like surprised that you were still on stage. So I asked Matt, and he was like, he has like 2 minutes late 2 minutes till the light. I'm about to give him the light. So I was like, don't do it. I'll go up there and I'll tell him myself. And I thought I would be silly and just be like, oh, are you busy? Because there's like 7 people here. I'm like, oh, is this like a thing?
Yeah. It was a few people, but they all seemed to know each other. They were all like younger. They were all like maybe college students. And it was like maybe 7 people that all came together.
They definitely seemed like they were going to have a good time no matter what.
Yeah.
They were determined to have a good time.
So if they hadn't come, we just would have done the show for no one.
One group of friends saved the day.
I've done that show before and no one came. And it was right before an open mic. So all the comics were there. So we just kind of
it ended up being better than if you had either a shitty show or a hangout. Like,
so we just hung out during the show.
Why does this always happen? As the podcast progresses, I start to turn further and further. I just feel like it's weird to talk to you, but look this way.
I mean, you don't have to look. You don't have to look down the barrel. We
can still stay on comedy for another second because you and I are co-hosting the Shady Pines comedy show at the Shady Pines Festival next weekend.
You said Shady Pines a lot of times.
I know.
Like
Shady Pines, ma.
Shady Pines.
Shady Pines.
Yeah, we're doing that this next weekend.
Next weekend.
Shady Pines camping.
Yep.
Bringing the baby.
This is going to be our first time camping together.
Yeah.
And doing comedy together.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty specific. Doing comedy and camping.
And the baby's coming.
It's very specific. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm determined for it to go well no matter what.
Okay.
So that's what shall happen.
I think it'll be good. Like if this was any other show, because the first show is at midnight or something?
No.
Or like 1 o'clock? Like
the first show is a day show. It's like a 7 p.m. And in the summer, 7 is daytime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I actually think the midnight show, which is actually a 1 a.m. show, I was told.
1 a.m. So I think that show, any other place, maybe it would be kind of weird, but I think it'll be fine because it is a festival where no one's going anywhere. So people are there and they'll probably want to be up all night anyway. They're probably going to be up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll probably just be like a regular show. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it'll be.
I think the late night show is actually going to be, it's going to feel like a normal nighttime show because we're all living there for the weekend. So you don't have to get in your car and drive. And also in the summer, it doesn't get dark till 9.
Yeah.
So it's really only been a couple of hours of nighttime. But yeah,
I'm excited. You've been up all day drinking though.
You just got to keep going.
You got to keep on.
You know what they say?
That's when the drugs kick in. That's what the drugs are for.
You know what they say? Just don't stop drinking. That's what I always tell people anyway.
Okay. All right. The hair of the dog.
The other people that I booked are dropping into different shows according to their schedule ability. But you and I are co-hosting all of the shows. So we're doing 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and a Sunday one. The Sunday one is going to be Jasmine's jazzercise class. So, and actually for all of them, and because we have the baby, and I don't want to divulge information about her in front of her, I'm mostly hosting. And we have plenty of people to fill in the time. We actually don't have enough time compared to what I thought we were going to have originally. They took some time away because of their scheduling and the bands and whatnot. So we're going to host all of them and perform a little bit like here and there. I just want people that we booked to have the opportunity to do time.
And I'm not going to be there for the Sunday show because I have a beat.
Right, you have a beat happening. So I'm hosting for Jasmine's jazzercise, and then we're getting the hell out of there. That's an early one. It's like a 1 to 2. So we're finished that, and then we're packing up the car and driving home and waiting for you here.
Cool.
That'll be plenty. And the baby really likes country fair, which you've never been to country fair, but it's a
lot of dirty white people.
So you have been. I was under the impression that you had not.
No people, no shoes, and if they do have shoes, they're Birkenstocks.
Oh,
yeah, a lot of patchouli oil.
Well,
dreads.
Maybe. Actually, a lot of people wear boots because it's really dusty.
Okay, all right.
Which that's this weekend. It's July 10th, 11th, and 12th, and then the following weekend is Shady Pines. And then I think
again,
the following weekend, or maybe 2 more weekends, it's Oh, what's that music festival that I'm blanking on? There's like a ton of music festivals around here, or like just festivals. But they sometimes do comedy. I think we've seen like other comics do that one.
The one in Boise?
Yeah. No, it's like closer. It's like Oregon City.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that one.
I'm blanking. It'll come to me later. But there's like, and then there's like the Renaissance Fair. There's like a ton of like weekend dusty white people weekends.
White people love a fair.
To put it in your language. You're like, what is this? It's another dusty white people weekend. But the baby loves them, so.
Yeah, well.
Yes?
She is. That is our culture.
That's my joke. Oh my God, I can't believe you made me laugh. My own material. Rude. We should talk about Toy Story 5.
Can I talk about Texas?
Oh, yeah.
I went to Texas while you...
That's enough. You did it.
So rude.
I know.
So rude.
People love it.
I went to Texas while you were camping, and I went for 3 days because that's about as much time as I can handle.
Yeah.
And
maybe that's what my dad said about being here.
Maybe. And I did. I ended up doing a show in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay, you didn't tell me. I love San Antonio. It's the only part of Texas I like.
In Fort Worth.
Yeah, I always remember the Alamo.
Yeah. In Fort Worth. I ended up doing a show in Fort Worth.
Yeah. Well.
I tried to book some more shows, but I couldn't get anything booked. I ended up doing a show, and unlike you, I didn't want my parents to come. I didn't want my dad or anyone to come because I felt like this is not, and like no one's coming to this show. This is because I could tell, you know how when a show is coming up and then the promoter is like, hey, if you could like send these flyers out and like do all this.
It's tomorrow, I'm but
like, if they're doing all this, hey, could you share this information? I'm like, it's
too late.
I've been sharing it for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Yeah, and plus I don't
Whatever
know
we did.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted my dad to come to my first round PFP because I felt pretty confident that I was going to pass. Not to be like braggy. I mean, it still could have gone any other way because I didn't bring any people, but I usually passed the first round at least. Yeah. So I was
I told him too that I would be surprised if you didn't pass.
Yeah.
Like it's
the first round.
You're probably past the first round. But I ended up doing
if it was PFP, you would have brought your parents. But that show was looking like it wasn't going to be a good one.
Yeah. My dad and my sister came, and I ended up doing a joke about, it's not about my sister, but like it's something very specific that she remembers. So I did a little like story about that. Because I've done most of my family stuff, believe it or not, I've done in front of my family, even though a lot of it is very mean. I have done most of it in front of my family.
Even the one where you said that this is really mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So they've seen most of the stuff that I've done with my family, but my sister hasn't seen that joke, so she got to see that. The only person in my...
Did she say anything?
I mean, she like recognized what I was talking about. Like,
what did she say?
Whether she liked the joke? I don't know.
But what did she say? Like, was she like, I remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what she said.
Well, didn't I imply that with all that I just said?
Yeah, but I don't know if that meant that that she knows or if she like told you, yes, I remember.
I mean, she knew I was on stage telling the joke and she like laughed because she knew when no one else was laughing because she knew exactly what was going.
It's only funny to her because
she knew exactly what was happening.
Oh, because you hadn't landed to the...
Yeah, I hadn't got to the punchline or anything. I was just like telling I was beginning the story and then I mentioned someone's name and she knows exactly who that is. Like me and her are probably the only people in the world that know this name. Like we recognize this. So that was cool to do. This is so
cryptic. You have to go on a deep dive to find this
you gotta find the joke. It's one of my favorite jokes. It was also like a really dark joke. It was fun. It's fun to do.
I like your sillier jokes better.
That's because every time you write me a punchline, it's always a silly joke. Like that's always it's always silly.
I like how you said every time, like I've done this hundreds of times. Every time I did it twice. But I am keeping close count. I have a little board inside my closet that's like, check. I did another one.
I hate like talking about comedy to people that aren't comics. Cause like I'll say, yeah, that was just, that was a decent show or whatever. And they'd be like, oh, it was fine. It was, you got them or whatever. And I was like,
you're like, it's not my fault.
That's
I'm
not
just
what
saying
I
it's
meant.
not a good show.
Like, that's not what I meant. Like I'm, like a comic would get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But,
it doesn't mean you didn't do your job.
Yeah.
It was just not enough people.
Yeah. So I don't know. It would have been fun to do like more shows. I wish I could have like booked some more, but it's one of those towns that's like very cliquish. There's 11 comedy clubs there. And if you work at one, you don't really work at the other one. So it's one of those things where if I know this person, they can get me in at this one place, but they can't get me in at this other place. So it was kind of hard to book other shows, and I was only there for 3 days.
Texas is a big place.
It is. So that means there should be more shows that I should be able to do, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I guess it's the opposite.
Yeah, it would have been nice to do more shows, but I didn't.
But you were just there to see your parents.
Yeah, I was trying to get my parents out of the house, so I was like, what do we? You want to go see a movie, and the only movie that my mom wanted to see was Michael, which had been in the theaters by this time like a month and a half. So it's not really anywhere. We'd have to drive 30 minutes away to find a theater that even has it. I wanted to say, well, let's go see something else. They're like, no. So they wanted to rent it.
What else was playing?
Like Supergirl. I'm trying to think. I don't know. There was. I can't think of
scary movies.
Yeah, there was some scary movies, but I'm
Your
thinking
mom doesn't like any.
Some that's PG-13. That's not a scary movie. So Supergirl or something.
Not even Superman fans like Supergirl. I don't see.
But getting out. I just want to get out of the house because also my mom can't walk very well because she has surgery. Mm-hmm. So we can't go
for a walk.
You can't go
and fall on your knee.
Yeah. Oh. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to think of something where we could go and sit down, and theater is too expensive. So
there's actual theater around there.
Where do you think? Where do you think we live? On the sticks?
Yeah,
we're just a bunch of hillbillies out in Texas.
Yeah. What do they put them up on a pickup truck, in the back of a pickup truck, or how do they do theater in Texas?
My parents live deep in the suburbs. It is very, very suburban where they live. I'm looking at all the different ways to rent it, and YouTube is one of them. So I'm like, well, my dad definitely has a YouTube account. Of all the things,
pretty easy to do.
He may not have Apple or all the other things, but he has a YouTube. So I was like, okay, well, let's do that. And then he forgot his password, so we spent 30 minutes resetting.
What's his password? Lee H. Tillman, all caps.
Yes.
It's my favorite baby! Exclamation point.
Yeah. Wow. Don't ever go to my parents' house.
Just hack into all their shit.
Hack into my parents' house.
I'm on their
so we spent 30 minutes.
Doorbell.
It was the most adult children talking to their parents type thing, where I'm walking through them how to reset their password.
At least you were physically there. Sometimes I gotta do that over the phone. It's terrible.
So it took 30 minutes to do that, and then we ended up just watching Michael in their room.
Well, at least you were together.
At least we were together.
All that matters.
Yeah. So we can talk about Michael at some other time. Toy Story 5?
Toy Story 5.
What do you feel? You said you had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and the other day I was like, and another thing. And then I was like, I'm going to save it for the podcast. Actually.
And now you forgot.
And now I forgot. How did you know?
No idea.
Oh my God. Am I that predictable?
Yep.
We went to see Toy Story 5 with the baby. I wanted to see it at the outdoor theater 99 route, whatever it's called, where you sit in your car and you watch the movie outside, because it sounds really cool. Yeah. But it hasn't worked out for our schedule and it's not playing anymore. But I do still want to go to that theater at some point.
Okay. Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5. You disagree with me because unfortunately we already talked about this outside of the podcast, which I try not to do because then you skew my opinions with your little that face. That exactly. That's why. Oh, there's a loud scuff happening.
Hopefully you're watching this and not listening.
Yeah, I liked Toy Story 5. My favorites are 1 and 5.
Okay,
that's how I feel. regardless of
Fair.
however many eyebrows you may raise at me. Oh, both. Okay. Just the two.
Just the two.
Sometimes I count your mustache as an eyebrow.
It's not over my eye.
It's over your mouth. Can't fight with that, huh? Can't fight with reason.
It is. But that's, why would you call it an eyebrow?
You're like,
why would you call it an eyebrow?
I liked that there were more girls. It was girl forward, this one. I liked that they don't make you feel bad about abandoning your toys or giving them away. I didn't think Woody or Buzz Lightyear needed to be there at all. And I think it would have been fine to just like let them go. The only reason why they had them, I think it's because what are their names? The voices are like,
Oh, Tim Allen and Tom Hanks?
they're so popular and at so famous that like to have a Toy Story 5 without them, I don't know, would feel weird, I guess. Or like they would just be like, what do you mean I'm not on it? I've been on it since 1994.
Didn't Tom Hanks say that he didn't want to do another one and they talked him into it?
Oh, really?
I think he didn't want to do the fifth one.
The fifth one?
But they talked him into it.
Wasn't the fourth one?
I think he was in the fifth one.
Yeah.
I mean the fourth one.
Yeah. He's been in all of them, but I thought that he had already had enough.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to do the fifth one, and then they talked him into it. So we could have got it without him.
And if you add up all the screen time that Woody gets, is not that much, but still, it's like, why is he there?
Yeah,
like, what's the point of that?
He's the avatar of the movie. Like he's one of the faces. He's one of the faces of the movie. It's kind of weird to have it without him, but I agree with everything you're saying right now.
Yeah. Okay. So where do we disagree?
I don't agree that it's. I do like that it is more girl forward, but that doesn't make it a good movie. I do disagree with the
1 and 5.
I disagree with the 1 and 5, but I also disagree with you saying that this is the only one where they didn't make you feel bad for abandoning your toys. That literally happens in all the movies.
Maybe it's just the first one where that message actually clicked for me. Because I feel like in all the other ones...
But by the end of it, they kind of grow and they understand that it's okay to let go. Like that's the message of almost all of them. At least the first 3.
I don't remember that. We rewatched...
You only watch... you watch the first 2 acts and then you skip the 3rd act.
Yeah, I always do that. We rewatched 4th, Baby and I, before watching 5 because I was like, wait, I'm getting them all mixed up at this point. I'm like, wait, what happened in the last one? And then I was like, wait, Woody's not home.
Yeah.
How are we getting him back?
Yeah, and I also agree that they could have left Woody and Buzz Lightyear out of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't think they were necessary. But at the same time, like I get why they would want to do it, but
here's the reason why the message of like it's okay to let go of your toys didn't click for me until number 5 is because in the first one we established that I'm looking at the pig. I have a little piggy bank that looks like the pig from Toy Story. We established the toys are sentient, which why? Like it just makes you feel bad that they like actually have feelings.
I think that's a thing that some people like think of, like when you leave the room or your toys start talking. That's not a thing?
That never occurred to me before. I watched that movie when I was 7. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, they tell me that, first of all, toys have feelings. And I'm like, great. Now I have to take into consideration the feelings of all my toys. So, when they're like at the end of 1, which like, how does 1 end? They just like all stay with Andy.
It's been too long.
They all stay with Andy in his room. So, it's like they all get what they wanted, which is like to continue to be Andy's toys. And then in the second one, they're still Andy's toys, but they get passed down to his sister and then like a daycare or something. So like all of this along this way, we have to figure out how to consider the feelings of the toys instead of like focusing on the growth of the children because the movie is about toys.
Yeah.
And And then in the fifth one, by now I'm like, okay, toys have feelings, I guess.
They're
like,
all trying to do what's best for the child.
Yeah, they're always trying to do what's best for the child, but the humans don't know that because they don't know that toys have feelings, which is like really weird.
Yeah. I think
Relationship
so.
that
You're
they
just
have.
not at. You just don't. You never got on board with the initial premise that.
I never even wanted to get on board
never-
with the whole toy stuff. And
Yeah,
then
I think that's a kind of a normal thing. The kids think that. I know. I don't know if I
Did you
ever
think
like
then?
genuinely thought that, but I thought it would be cool if that was true.
yeah,
But that is. I don't know.
to
I
me,
don't
it just
know
feels
what,
like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, I don't know what planted that seed. Like the idea that like when you leave the room, all your toys are talking to each other.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like the root of it. I think a lot of people had that. So when they saw a movie that did that, we're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And
They
it
were,
also
like
had-
on board 100% immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about that. And then in 3, we find out that if you put googly eyes on something, immediately sentient. Like this fork is now.
That's 4?
That's Forky.
Or is that 3 or 4? That's 3? Forky is introduced in 3?
No, you might be right. I think you may be 4.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 4. So that's when we find out that not only are toys alive, but if you put googly eyes on trash, that could also have like. Then they did that whole Forky Ask the Questions short series where like now this fork has to figure out how to live life, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't even love being alive, and I'm a person. and
A toy
And then on
becomes
5
a toy when you play with it.
yeah, at number 5, it's a little bit more like because it's Disney and they can't just shit on iPhone and iPad and like all of the smart tablets and stuff. The message is kind of like you can find a way to coexist and like use your devices for the right purposes. Or like the girls are playing and like they're playing music on the iPad or something for the wedding, but they're still like playing with their toys.
Yeah.
So like the resolution is that we find a way to do what's best for the kids, use the technology in the right way, and consider the feelings of the toys. And I'm like, oh my god, there's just so many things to hold in the right way. Like I don't know that I can do all this.
Yeah, the last 2 movies don't. The first 3 movies have actual villains. Like there's like a bad guy.
Zor.
The last 2 don't really have a villain.
There's Zor, and then there's the guy that tries to sell them on eBay.
Yeah,
He's
it's
the human villain.
The prospector who.
Which, to be fair, the human villain didn't even know he was a villain.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know that the toys have feelings, which is the whole thing that I have an issue with.
But he is a person that only cares about money and doesn't really care about whether this playing with the toys.
If there was
so
a children's
there's that
toy before he got it somehow.
Yeah. So the first 3 have like actual like villains, and the last 2 have like people they're just introducing, they're new, and then they end up incorporating with everyone else. So I don't know, it just feels like it's a little more, there's no like real resolution. Because for instance, the iPad, the villain of the movie is really like the kids that were bullying them. So how do you resolve that?
You just find the right friend.
Because
I actually don't have a problem with
if the lily pad really wanted to help out the kid, she would just change the settings so that they
turn off the chat, like the parents did.
Yeah, if that's what is the like that's what the actual bad.
But
thing
that
is.
that would have been after they started bullying her, like, and that's when she threw herself in the trash.
Yeah, which I felt was a little
dramatic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they had to go on a run around chase.
That's a part where I was like, oh, this is just a plot point. They just did this so that they could do the other thing. It didn't feel like, I was like, really? You throw yourself away?
The many Buzz Lightyears were also unnecessary.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like all the other things, like you didn't need Buzz, didn't need Woody, didn't need the 1,000 Buzz Lightyears. But if it hadn't been there, that plot line is so thin. There's nothing there. So they added a bunch of stuff. That's why I don't love the movie. It just felt like it was really thin, and they just kind of had an idea about it. Like they were really, at the beginning, they seemed like they were really going hard on the tablets, and then it kind of like loosened up and didn't really resolve anything. It was just kind of like,
what's interesting is that the technology that they are using in the movie doesn't exist in real life. Like if there was such a thing as a lily pad with a pond where the kids can only chat with each other and not with other people, that would be great. That's a great idea. Why don't they do that?
So no adults.
No adults. It doesn't exist because the parents have to set up the lily pad like for your age or whatever, and then they set up the group chat and everything's like pretty safe. Of course, kids can still be mean no matter what, but that doesn't exist in real life. Like, why did they have to create this thing that doesn't exist? It could have just been a chat. Because that was the thing that I was like, why don't we have that? Like as a parent, I'm like, excuse me, and is this a real thing that's gonna come out? Or
they're called walkie-talkies.
They're called walkie-talkies. I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that.
I just don't feel like they created like fake problems and kind of softly fixed everything. It just didn't. It felt like they wrote themselves into a corner and they were like, how do we get out of this? Because we can't say iPads are bad.
Yeah, it's too late.
So what do we do? How do we fix this? And it felt like, I don't know, it felt kind of thin.
You said the only time that the movie made you feel like you were going to cry was when the girl comes to her house to return the toys. So it's an attempt to return her toys for the second time. And she wasn't playing with her iPad, but she pretends to play with her iPad because she felt awkward, I guess.
Yeah, so she feels like this need that, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so I need to like be on my phone. And that
she just starts tapping on it. She doesn't even
because a second before, she hated it. But as soon as this other person sees her, like that definitely it made me feel
the
bad.
only part that made me feel teary-eyed was actually not a part of the movie at all. Was the credits.
Because the Taylor Swift song?
No, I mean I do like that song. I don't think it's a bad song, but I think if ironically, the whole movie is about how kids have a short attention span and all they can play with is their iPads. And then the movie does the most to keep it entertaining at all times. It's like, boom, Buzz Lightyears. Now we're running on the highway. Now we're like doing all these things. Where really they could have just shortened that and made it the second half just about these two girls having a friendship and like how that looks like, what an actual friendship with a friend that's nice to you and like you vibe with and you have like a similar way, and then you like go for picnics together and like all the things, the credits were like their families hanging out. That's the part that I was like, oh my god, they're so happy. I just love how that she has a friend now. That's like the part that I was dying. Like if they had done more about that, and it could have been like that Taylor Swift song could have been actually featured in the movie instead of just in the credits for some reason. Like it was a whole song that was written by this pop star and they don't even use it. And then just have it be a slower movie. Like Disney movies used to be, all movies used to be slower. It could have just been playtime.
I mean, even the original Toy Story, slower than.
Exactly. And this was also the first movie where when the kids are imagining that they're playing with their toys, it goes into a different cartoon mode instead of like just the kids doing the thing. I actually like that. I feel like I guess they hadn't thought about doing that earlier, but it was cool. And with that new discovery, you could make their play dates so much more entertaining and have like a 30-minute worth of play dates where they're like engaging in this like imaginary thing. And then you zoom out and they're at the park or something and they're like at this picnic. But they instead went with 1,000 Buzz Lightyears that have Wi-Fi connectivity and can fly.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about
they wanted them to say this is flying with style instead of this is falling with style.
I don't get it.
In the first movie, Buzz Lightyear thinks he's a real astronaut and he does like all kinds of stunts to pretend like he's flying, but he's not flying. He's just falling.
Yeah. I've seen the first one maybe twice, but it was like years ago. And I've seen the second one once, the third one maybe twice, fourth one I saw it when it came out, and then this one.
Yeah.
So like I'm not.
I didn't like the one which I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 when the bear is the bad guy because he puts them in the preschool classroom and the preschool classroom plays hard.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah. And that's like now the bad guy are the younger kids because they're intense, I guess.
But it was, that too. But in the first movie, wasn't it like was it a neighbor or a brother or somebody that was like,
there was another bad
blowing
guy.
up people?
Yeah. So I guess Lillipad doesn't look that bad next to all those other bad guys.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like the last two movies don't have like an actual bad, a bad guy that's trying to like, actually hurt anyone.
Yeah.
Because Forky wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
Right. The kid that like Sid, I think it's his name. The kid that puts toys together. That's like nightmares. Like you want to tell me that toys have feelings and then you want to show me how they're being cut in half? Great. I love that.
Yeah. It's Toy Story 5 stars.
Yeah. Toy Story 1 star. That's how it works. I don't know.
The baby said that this one was her favorite one too.
Yeah, but her opinion is skewed by what's happening in the moment.
Yeah, whatever the last thing.
She lives in the moment.
But also, your favorite scene was the credits, which is literally last part of the movie that you saw.
My favorite,
and it's your favorite one.
My favorite part of Toy Story 5 was the imagination play when it's like that different kind of cartoon, and the credits, which is the different kind of. I just want like the bright, colorful happiness. Everyone's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite part was also when Woody rides a pony. So small.
You were the only one in the theater laughing at that.
That's why it's fun to watch a movie in the theater. I'm like, oh my god, the pony! It's so small. And no one cares. No one knows. I'm like, guys, look at the baby. It's so tiny.
We didn't mention the other devices.
Yeah, that's also things that don't exist. Like if those things existed, I'm sure they'd do great. Do you think they're gonna make them for their merch?
Yeah, but like it felt like it was another plot device. Like this toilet potty training thing can type. It can send messages.
Yeah, it connects to the GPS thingy, which doesn't exist, and parents would buy that because if you don't want your kid to have a phone, but you do want them to find their way around. Right there. So she had a camera, a GPS, and a potty trainer, which doesn't seem like those exist in the same timeline. Like potty trainer is like 2 to 3, GPS is like 7. Yeah. That's a big gap. But they all said that they lived with her for a few months. And then my favorite line from the movie is when the Dolly, who her name is Dolly, says, I was so mad when she drew glasses on me the first time, but you know what? I can see so much better. That's so stupid. Because they ask her to tell them what's happening across the yard, and she's like, I can see so much better.
Also, I feel like in the other movies, there's more interplay between we get to see the personalities of all the different
the toys.
And like this one, like the only new toys were the 3 devices, which Conan pretty much was
heavy
everything,
lifting,
doing most of it. The other 2 devices were like just there.
And there's plenty of toys that are repeating from previous movies where we still don't really know their personality. Like Dolly is the new Woody, I guess. But then if Woody is also still there every time, then what was the point of that?
Yeah.
Oh, and then what was Buzz Lightyear's full name for his wedding?
I can't remember.
You have to look it up.
You could see.
That was another one of my favorite parts.
Sheriff Jesse and Bartholomew McLightyear.
Bartholomew McLightyear.
And then they wear Bonnie's mom's actual wedding ring. Not a good idea to give to children. That ends poorly a lot of times. If you don't believe me, watch Bob's Burgers, The Ring episode. Which sounds like a scary movie, but it's an actual ring.
Did we ever watch Lightyear? Like the Buzz Lightyear
Did
movie?
We started? I feel like we started it. And then we were like tired and we were like, we'll watch it tomorrow. And then we never went back to it because it was so lame.
Yeah, I don't remember if I ever
I want to see it. I want to know what happens. I don't remember.
I think it's fine. Like, I think it's probably longer than it needs to be. And it's the mythology is a little confusing because it's like Buzz Lightyear is the toy. This is the real person that was... Or the movie, I don't know. I'm not 100%, but it's like
not supposed to be at all connected to Toy Story 5. It's just like imagine if Buzz Lightyear was a real person.
Yeah,
that's it.
But it's the toy is based on this person, so this is who it's based on.
I don't think it is. I think they're completely separate. They're just like.
Well, then if it's not that, then why would they even call it Buzz Lightyear? It has
because
to have some type
like
of
the
connection.
thought experiment is like, imagine if Buzz Lightyear was a real person, but he doesn't have a toy named after him. It's just
Yeah.
in this universe the toys don't exist. I don't know.
Pixar animation sci-fi action adventure film that serves as the origin story for the character who inspired the Buzz Lightyear toy from Toy Story with Chris Evans.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the
Yes,
actual toy.
that's what I just said. It is inspired by the character who inspired Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
So
We're
it is
saying the same
connected.
thing. It's not the only connection is that it's like, imagine if Buzz Lightyear was
No,
a real
it is
person.
Buzz Lightyear is the toy. Mm-hmm. So go back in time. It's based on something. It's based on this. That's what it's supposed to be.
It's the other way around.
No.
This is inspired by the toy.
The origin of the character who inspired the Buzz Lightyear toy. Lightyear inspired the Buzz Lightyear toy.
So is the toy featured in the movie?
No. This is before, like, this is the character, and then later on they made a toy from this.
I disagree.
So this is this is literally what it says. No. All right. I thought I think Lightyear it definitely has like issues with it. It's not like a great movie, but I think it's better than what some people say it's like absolute trash, but I think it's better than what people say it is. Mm-hmm. But I thought it definitely like could use some rewrites and cutting down. And like if they had like, made a 90-minute movie, I think it's like over 2 hours,
Yeah.
which is way too long.
Yeah.
No, it's hour 45, which is still too long.
Toy Story 5 was an hour 45 too.
Yeah. But like it was all right. Anyway.
Yeah. I feel like you remember Toy Story 1 where they do the song, You Have a Friend in Me?
Friend in Me, yeah.
And there's like a whole sequence of like montage of them playing. That's what Toy Story 5 was missing. That's where the Taylor Swift song comes in and they do a montage of the girls playing.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like I guess they just tacked it on at the end. Like
that was the You Have a Friend in Me song for this one.
Yeah.
Even though I knew you. How is it? What's it called?
I don't know. I don't know the song.
I Knew It, I Knew You. Doesn't exactly make sense for the friendship of these girls, but it is like a sweet song to play in the background of like their playgrounds. That's their play dates. That's all I wanted from this movie.
Yeah. You just want a happy, sweet little time where everybody gets together and there's no conflict and you just all get along.
My heart.
All right, so
That's all I want.
Toy Story 5. How many stars?
3.
3? I thought you
Hey, if I like the credits more than the movie, I don't feel we're getting there.
But you came in and said it's your favorite. It's your favorite.
No, I said 1 and 5 are my favorites because they have the least amount of villains and they're more about the kids. And the ones in the middle have too many villains and it's too much.
So So you're not a fan of the Toy Story
franchise.
Not a fan.
I guess. I mean, first of all, the fact that toys are sentient just doesn't sit well with me in the first place. So already we're not doing good there. I think I remember seeing Toy Story 1 and being like that was around the same time when I was little and that movie came out, and then it was either before or after, but they were close together. Aladdin came out. I liked Aladdin a lot better because that's a reality that I can understand.
Talking monkeys or chittering monkeys? Monkey friends?
He wasn't talking. He was just really expressive. He just had a really expressive face.
Flying.
Jumping from roof to roof, doable.
Yeah. Flying rugs. Yeah.
We got magic dust on them.
Genies.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, you don't know. Have you found a magic lamp?
I haven't. I haven't
there you
found
go.
a magic lamp. So giving this a 3 is actually pretty high. Then
It's pretty high. I do still want to see Toy Story 5 in Spanish because Belinda is lily pad, and I'm just curious what that sounds like. And also, where the Taylor Swift song goes. Do they have another Spanish version of that?
Well, I think I have to give it the same rating, but I am
For different reasons?
Yeah, for different reasons. Like I am a fan of the Toy Story franchise, and this is probably I barely remember 4, so maybe it's like
toss up between
4 and 5. Although I mean I like Tony Hale as the Forky. I like Forky.
Yeah, Forky is
So
cool.
Forky might send it over the top.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any new character here. I mean, I think like the Conan potty training thing was probably
that was funny.
The funniest.
It looks like 50, but I can only count to 2.
Yeah.
Then how do you even know the number 50?
So that was probably like the old, but like I still like Forky better
Yeah.
if I had to choose. So I guess
Forky's from New York.
yeah. So this is still
Forky asked the questions. I don't know.
wow. You could do Forky.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I give it the same rating as you, a 3, but for different reasons. Because I actually do like it, and I don't think this is
only because you want to disagree with me. But on paper,
and agree with
you agree with me.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been written down. We have the same number of stars.
Anything else? We good?
Yep.
All right. My name is Lee H. Stoneman.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We will see you guys later.
We miss you already.
Bye.
Bye.